Unscripted.
Looking ahead to this year, it should be a very interesting year for both Xbox and PlayStation gamers. I do feel like we are going to probably see more content on the PlayStation side, and I think that has a lot to do with just the leadership aspect and the idea that, you know, I think that Sony studios have a lot more in terms of, that drive behind them to actually do stuff and create games and things like that. And, you know, when you look at the Xbox side, that hasn't really been something that they're known for. So despite the fact that, you know, you also have to look at the fact that Sony actually has games that are announced. Will some get delayed? I'm sure, like I've already covered this in a video, I do feel like probably God of War Ragnarok almost certainly gets delayed into 2022 sometime. And that makes sense. Does it hurt? Yeah. Does it suck? Yeah, but you understand it from a developer aspect. We keep seeing all these games come out recently, and a lot of them are kind of broken and kind of have issues and stuff like that, and that's a bit of a problem. So for me personally, I think that it's awesome to be able to, you know, have kind of a lineup that's filled out where we actually have games, and you know, and then not everything has to be forced out this year. You know, Microsoft is a little bit in a different situation where they've literally, and I mentioned this on Twitter yesterday, 496 days since their last AAA exclusive. So that is something to sort of kind of keep your eye on as well. When are we going to finally see a big AAA exclusive from them? You know, we don't know. Maybe it's going to be Halo, quite possibly, but we're not really sure. The bottom line is we've got all this great new technology, and we're kind of reliant. I don't know if we've ever seen a situation like this, but we're ended up being kind of reliant on old games still. Like, that to me kind of blows my mind, that we're kind of in this situation where this year, and it's not just a Sony problem. I mean, it's not just a Microsoft problem, not just this is going to be sort of an issue for everybody going forward. Is just that there's going to be issues because games that weren't as far along that we got last year are going to struggle due to various lockdowns, and I've kind of covered this quite a bit, but anyway, I kind of wanted to get into this because I thought it was going to be a good topic to cover, and I know you guys are eager to hear about it, so let's get started. What's up, everybody? Crapgamer here with Crapgamer Reviews. What's up? How you doing? Hopefully you're all doing good. Please like, share, subscribe if you wouldn't mind. It means a lot to me personally, and you know, obviously, it's the best way you can support a crappy little channel like mine going forward. It definitely just does mean a lot to me. And shout out to all the old subscribers, new subscribers, and everybody in between. You are fantastic. Thank you so much for all the love and support and things like that. You guys are amazing. So yeah, you know, like I said, we're in a little bit of a weird situation. We're getting game announcements and stuff, like, and like I said, it's really cool. Like, we get a new Star Wars game from Ubisoft, and that's probably going to be like a online games as a service type thing. Think of so the team behind that game is actually the team that did The Division. So think of The Division but Star Wars, something probably along those lines or something, right? Like, it's where they kind of want that constant flow of people online and stuff like that, which is something that I guess EA wasn't able to actually deliver, unfortunately. But you know, hey, I thought Star Wars Battlefront 2 actually did good, and there's rumors that Battlefront 3 is being made as well, so I don't know, we'll see. I think most people just would be cool with KOTOR 3, to be quite honest with you. So, you know, that's a little bit weird, and then you get the Indiana Jones game and, you know, stuff like that, and who knows what else the new Lucas Studios, whatever, will kind of announce. They'll probably get something announced at some particular point, but yeah, you know, it's very interesting to see that kind of stuff when it comes out, and, you know, these announcements, and I feel like it's a very fun thing, you know, like these types of announcements and things like that. I feel like they've done a really good job of sort of getting people hyped and excited. If only there was the ability to find one of these new consoles, right? I know a lot of people still haven't even been able to find their console for next generation yet, which is unfortunate, obviously. But you know, one thing that has been continuing on, and a big question mark was, would developers continue to support the DualSense controller on the PlayStation 5, and you know, and give it advantages over the Xbox Series X and those controllers and stuff like that, and is that something that's going to continue to happen? And thankfully, it looks like that is going to be the situation, and that's going to be exactly what happens going forward. Now, when it comes to the ability to to kind of do those things. I think that it really takes a company that really just has the gamer at heart. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of developers will sometimes they'll just go for like a parody situation just to keep, things kind of even or whatever. So, in my estimation and my humble opinion, games that are, pretty much the same or maybe even slightly better, quote unquote, on Xbox, lose that better type feeling when you use the actual controls and functionality of the DualSense, because I think the DualSense is that good. So the Callisto Protocol developer is talking about the DualSense and talking about the PlayStation 5 and how graphics look absolutely amazing. So Striking Disc Studios' Glenn Schofield has revealed that the team has some very cool ideas brewing about the PS5 DualSense functionality for its upcoming sci-fi horror game, the Callisto Protocol. The game's not out until next year, so they have plenty of time to think about how to utilize a new controller. Now, as reported by the latest issue of Official PlayStation Magazine, Schofield, who worked on the original Dead Space back in 2008 with Visceral Games, made it clear that the DualSense haptic feedback is definitely something the team has on its mind. And he says, and I quote, "We'll see how we can get that to work, but I think we can get a couple of scares right out of the controller itself. There's a number of things that we're really going to use to help make us this next generation survival horror game amazing." So elsewhere, he spoke about the graphics and stuff like that, but I wanted to touch on the controller bit for a minute. This is exactly what I was talking about when I mentioned immersion and immersion with, with these video games and these consoles themselves. This is what I wanted most of all this generation, and it looks like we're definitely getting that, and I'm thrilled that we're getting that, because this is exactly what everybody and myself, when you're like, oh well, we don't want all these load times, we don't want this, we don't want that, we want to be able to jump right into our games, and we want to be able to sort of have this situation with the controller that where you feel more immersed, and you definitely get that with the DualSense, and I absolutely love that and think that it's fantastic that they were able to sort of get that out there and kind of take care of all those things that I've been asking for. So that's really cool. Now, when it comes to the graphics, he says what we're building, it looks real. And they've looked real before, but it looks more real. There's so much more detail that we can put into it now. It's crazy. So obviously this is going to be a game that's going to launch on next-gen consoles and PC only next year. So that's really a good thing. This is the thing that I've been saying for a long time when talking about the level of fidelity in the graphics and stuff like that. It's a game that's not held back by the standards that we have. Like, again, this happens and it really does kind of suck, but at the same time, I do feel like, it is pretty cool to see, finally some developers go out there and kind of do this. Now, this should be, some scary type of game. I mean, the guy made Dead Space, which is like one of the all-time scariest, creepiest games that could ever be. But yeah, it's just absolutely incredible to sort of see this kind of stuff happen and to sort of see, see the amazing things that are able to be accomplished by developers now, and I just love the fact that you have developers able to kind of do their own thing, and developers able to go out there and sort of pave their own way, and that's what they're doing. And like I said, this is fantastic news for everybody involved, and you really love to kind of see this happen. I'm looking forward to seeing what he creates and how this thing looks and runs and things like that. Just love to see it. It's just one of those things. It really it really does do a tremendous job, as far as I could tell, with with everything. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. I would absolutely love to see what this game looks like, and taking full advantage. Can you imagine like some jump scares and stuff like that with the DualSense? I think that would be crazy. It's almost like sort of a dream come true, to be honest with you, because there are many times where I would be playing a game like this last generation, and I would just think, man, this kind of sucks. I really wish that we would have some better immersion, or you're waiting for 2 minutes for a game to load or something, and you just kind of wish to be kind of more immersed into a game. And like for me personally, I like that level of immersion doesn't come very often, where you just feel like you're in that game, you know. And I think one of the times that it did was, I think, Skyrim. That was, like, for me, one of the few times in my life where even, like, I would be at work thinking about how I wanted to upgrade armor or something along those lines, and, you know, it was just a lot of fun. And I love that aspect, that I have that back now. And, you know, that like, sometimes I'll be working, and, or, you know, I could just be at the store or something, I'll be thinking about something in a video game, you know. And it is just so cool to me that that's, like, such a feasible thing to kind of attain nowadays, and I absolutely love it. So you know, I think this is really cool stuff. And again, if you're not into it, I think that's fine. But I think that, you know, what this generation is bringing is you know, immersion, and I absolutely love that. And I love the fact that, you know, developers are taking full advantage, even third party. This is the thing that people said needed to happen, that third-party developers needed to take and continue to take advantage of the DualSense controller. And I think that that is exactly what we're starting to see now. They're even patching it in. So I love this, and I'm going to link this article. You guys can check it out. You know, be cool. Let me know what you think. I would appreciate it. Looks like I'll be back to podcasting Friday on Crossfire. And then I think the following week or something on MNC. You know, it's been kind of a long road back or whatever, but it looks like everything is going to be fine, and, you know, looking forward to getting back and doing that kind of stuff. So thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to watch another one of my videos. Game on, my friends. Game on. Rack 'em up. Crapgamer out.
Unscripted.